Hello, here we are again with Metal Gear Solid 2. Last time I finished playing the tanker chapter, and then I just ended the recording right there. So when we jump in today, it's gonna just start directly on the plant chapter, which is the second part of the game, and also the longer part of the game, like actually the majority of the game, actually the tanker chapter. If you want to just forget that it happened, you probably could. It like mostly is just like setting up the plant chapter. And I guess since I'm here, I might as well just say, for a couple of you who may not know too much about Metal Gear, like that, in the kind of like run up towards the release of Metal Gear Solid 2, the promotional materials were all just like showing the tanker chapter, showing Solid Snake, doing this tactical espionage action. And actually it goes so far as like the back of the game case, even on my PS2 copy, which is like a re-release that came out like, I don't know, 6-7 years after the game had already come out and everybody knew what it was about. Like the back of the case is like, join Solid Snake as he embarks on another adventure, blah 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 blah. So yeah, it really set up expectations for another game with Solid Snake, which is not exactly what we're gonna get, and we'll see as I start playing. Okay. Oh wait, one more thing that I wanted to mention and I forgot last time. I was trying to say it, but then Olga kept on talking. Is Metal Gear Solid 2 is set in New York City, or like right off the coast of New York City, and sometimes it can be hard to remember that because essentially we spend the entire game on in very, very controlled environments. So we're almost never actually in the city. And part of that like lack of sense of location, well, I will say, as somebody who doesn't live in New York, I don't know New York landmarks very well, and I know that like Snake was on the George Washington Bridge, which I guess if you know New York, you may have just been like, oh yeah, New York. But as a born and bred Californian, I didn't, and everyone in Metal Gear always says 800,000 more words than necessary, so when they do mention that they're in New York, it's like easy to kind of gloss over it. But anyway, they are in New York, and this game production was actually somewhat troubled because the game was released shortly after 9/11. So if I recall correctly, there were some scenes in the game that showed the skyline and showed actually I think the Twin Towers coming down, and they just had to cut that like wholesale because it was just like not the time for that shit. What else was I gonna say? Oh, one more piece of trivia before I jump into this. Sorry that we're just like playing this trailer over and over again. Apparently Kojima initially wanted to call Metal Gear Solid 2 Metal Gear Solid 3, and the reason that he wanted to do that was because he wanted to use not the normal like Arabic numeral 3, but he wanted to use Roman numerals 3, so it would just be like I. And the reason he wanted to do that was because he thought it looked like skyscrapers, which is like New York, and also he thought it would be really enticing and exciting for people if they didn't know why there was no Metal Gear Solid 2, like why it had gone from 1 to 3, but somebody talked him out of that idea, so too bad, I guess. Sorry, Kojima, but you did get your Roman numeral wordplay in later on, I guess, with 5. Okay, I'm gonna start. I have to remember to like save separate files too, just in case I like fuck up and have to go back. I always forget. So far so good, I guess. Although we did skip like a lot of the I wanted to do the Easter eggs in the tanker chapter where you call Otacon a million times and eventually he's so bad at giving you advice that Mei Ling supposedly comes in and is like shut up, Otacon. But I kept forgetting, and so I guess it's not on this Let's Play because I'm not gonna play it again. But if you want to see it, I'm sure you can YouTube it. Anyway, here we go. The plant chapter. I guess I'll read it. Scientists had to make thousands of calculations to create the atomic bomb and determine its effects. Computers and atomic bombs, both products of World War II, grew up together. Information age something. It's from the Smithsonian. I guess he read it on a display.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the big shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the big shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant's struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
There's a lot of pressure on my body. Okay, so I'm gonna grab something here that will probably be useful later. Probably the most useful item in any Metal Gear game is the thermal goggles, and if you miss it, it's bad news. What?
Got your feet wet?
Oh my god, I don't care. I can do it. Don't worry. I think. Well, we'll see. So yeah, we're not Snake. We're someone who's played. Oh my god. What?
Stroke the water and
Oh my god, I'm busy here. I got it. I got it. Don't worry about it, man. I got it. Oh, I'm really bad at swimming though. It's like partly my fault for being bad at swimming, and partly the game is just like old. Okay, let's go. Let's go ride it. Oh my god, let's go ride it. Ah! Don't drown. Okay, so we're not Snake, we're Raiden. We're Raiden, a person who has played Solid Snake's missions 100,000 times. Funny how that worked out. Oh my god, no! No! Just leave the pool. No more swimming. Oh boy, oh boy. There's like a part of the game where you have to swim a lot, and I hope you guys are ready to watch me die. So yeah, spoiler, we're never gonna be Snake again. We're riding for the rest of the game. What else happened in that conversation? I was like trying pretty hard to pay attention, and I still couldn't. I was like zoning out, which is just the way it goes with Kojima's writing. So we have two objectives, one of which I can't remember, and the other of which is to save the president. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, or I was thinking during that opening cinematic that like, there's this thing with Metal Gear games, maybe Kojima's games in general, I don't know, where he like kind of wholesale regurgitates Hollywood blockbuster tropes. So like this seems like a fairly straightforward Hollywood blockbuster about terrorists and saving. Oh, oops! No, let me out. No, let me out. And saving the president. But as you'll see, that is not exactly what we're in for.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gorlukovich man.
Gorlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator. A node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Nerd?
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
Okay. So yeah, this is actually Raiden's first real mission. He's never, what?
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's
I wasn't
equipment.
thinking about
Why
doing
not?
it.
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a
shit.
personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons. How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Okay. Yeah, so this is Raiden's first mission. He's never done a mission before. He's only ever played video games. Just like me. I don't understand why. I don't understand why they have to electrocute him. No. Okay. Name. I'm gonna put Killer Q. The first time I played this game, I think we put in Hideo Kojima as our code name, and then eventually it kind of comes back and we got really confused. We thought it was like, oh, what? No. We thought it was like actually part of the game that Kojima wrote his name in, but it wasn't. It was our fault. Enter? Yeah, enter. Oh, there we go. Birthday? January 1st is fine. I don't really care. How about United States? Oh, go this is fun.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team. After all, I'm just a normal girl who's worried about Jack. But that means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate duties. Jack is not simply a field personnel for me to track. His safety comes first to me, not the mission. And because of that, I will be monitoring and keeping a record of every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey,
Hey,
come on.
I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of
Probably,
course.
Yeah,
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him
I
that?
agree.
Yes, sir. All right,
love you.
Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save.
I love
The
you.
proprietary save frequency is 140.96.
Not a chance.
I just switched frequencies. Jack,
What?
do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh well, I'll keep trying till I hear the answer. I'm gonna let you go now, Jack. Take care.
God, this long ass conversation. Sorry, I accidentally pressed R2 during that and then remembered that that's like a function of this game where like when people call you, you can just like mash R1 and R2 to have opinions about what they're saying.
Raiden, the enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives. You must stay out of sight.
Okay, I'm hidden, don't worry. Oh.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the
These
perimeter.
fucking accents. In case you hadn't noticed, one of Kojima's favorite movies is James Cameron's Titanic. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Since I'm waiting, let's call Rose. I'm gonna have to call Rose a lot in this game.
What's up, Jack?
Yeah. Yeah, because there's like plot relevant conversations with Rose, and you don't get them unless you save. So I will do my best to keep calling her.
Hang in there.
What? Seriously? Okay, maybe not until later. Woohoo! Get me that ration. Woohoo! Let's go. Riding's so cool.
Return to your positions. Stay sharp.
The terrorists call themselves Sons of Liberty.
Sons of Liberty?
The name of their leader is Solid Snake.
The hero of Shadow Moses? So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
The big shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2. Each unit consists of a central core and 6 struts surrounding it.
So the whole thing is shaped like 2 hexagons connected end on end.
Exactly. And you're on the roof of strut A, shell 1 at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
So Solid Snake died in the explosion. What? How many years ago did they say? 2 years? 2 years, I think. 2 years ago, I guess. But also, Solid Snake is the leader of the terrorists that we're fighting against here. Give me the thing. Give me the thing. Oh, I can't. All Raiden. Oh, Raiden. Get up, Raiden. Get up. So that's confusing. Let's call the colonel.
That area is caked with seagull droppings.
God.
You'll slip if you run
Exactly.
over it. Be careful.
Jack, do you need to...
No, but I'm going to.
Jack, do you remember what day tomorrow is?
That again. I'm sorry, but I still don't have a clue.
That's okay.
What is it, Rose? Talk to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough? And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the reason you decided to be part of this mission? Okay. I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
I'm on it. I'll contact you as soon as I find out something.
Thanks, Rose. So let's proceed. It's okay, I know there's a hole in the fence. I'm going. Oh god.
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 is in.
Do we really have no line of communication with the SEALs?
They don't know a thing about us. You know we work in the dark, and this mission is no exception. Only a few people know about your presence here. There's no need for concern. This operation is under Pentagon's direct command, and the NSDD came from the Vice President and the Secretary of Defense. Your mission may be top secret, but it's gone through the usual channels.
God, Raiden's voice acting so good!
I'll go check the roof. I'll leave the first floor to you, okay?
Understood.
Colonel, I've located the node, but it's under heavy surveillance. I can't get in any closer.
Distract them. Try making some noise to draw their attention away.
How?
Flatten yourself against a wall and hit the punch button.
Got it.
This is the function that I missed the most when I was playing Uncharted 4 and trying to stealth everything, is like distracting enemies. You can still do it, but it's like not really designed for it. You just have to like let them get a glimpse of you and then run away. I call home. I got the node. The nerd.
According to the SEAL Team 10's communications, the president was sighted on Strut B.
Strut B, okay.
Raiden, head for Strut B. It's to the north.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, but we're not gonna do that yet. We're gonna go to Strut F. Yeah, Strut F, and grab a gun first. It'll make things a lot easier. Don't look at me! It's a separate T, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Raiden, watch your back. That's a cipher, a type of UAV. If it spots you, it will alert enemy personnel. Exercise extreme caution. But you can use chaff to set up an interference field. That'll knock its sensors offline for a while.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Oh, shoot. Sorry. So just listen in. I'm patching it through. This is Alpha Zero. We have the president. Is he safe? He is safe. What about the package? Tell the guys upstairs that we've secured the package. Easy money. Good work. Your retrieval's on the way. Come on home. Roger that. Holy. Ah, fuck. Sorry I missed this conversation. Alpha Zero, report. Damn it. Cover the president. Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Alpha Zero. We're under attack. This is crazy. Is that... Alpha Zero, respond. All Alpha, respond. Raiden, the president's life is in danger. Head to Strut B now. Hey! No, I want my gun. Sorry I skipped all that, awesome voice acting. I didn't realize that that was going to be like an actual conversation and not just a tutorial about how to use chaff grenades. But anyway, I'm supposed to go to Strut B, but it's fine. The president can wait. Sorry, Raiden's too important for the president. Also, I'm going to be more useful to the president if I have a gun, so... Don't worry about it, Mr. President. I'll be there soon.
Nothing here.
gun. My gun. Alright, we should go to strut B. Yeah, strut B. Let's call Rose and see if she has dug up any more information. Probably not.
Jack, is that you?
Actually, if I don't save, does she still talk to
See
me?
ya.
Ah, fuck, really? Okay, wait, I'm gonna just try this. I actually don't know. Who?
What can I do for you?
Save? Saving takes so much time, so it would be great if she would talk to me without my having to save.
Talk to you soon, Jack.
Huh. Huh. Okay, I'm gonna try calling her not saving next time. Again. God, riding's so cool. Look at these cartwheels. Look at— oh, I forgot he does that. Oh man, sorry, Raiden. You're still cool. You're still really cool. Don't worry about it. I'm actually in his cone of vision, but he didn't see me. That's cool though. Strut B.
Raiden, watch out. There are sentries posted on the connecting bridge. They will spot you if you continue on course.
Any recommendations?
Use the hanging mode.
Hanging?
Face any waist-high railing and push the action button to clear the railing and hang over the side. Once there, you can move sideways while keeping out of enemy sight.
All right, I'm giving it a try.
Don't forget the grip gauge. It will keep decreasing
That's
during
exactly
a hanging
it.
maneuver, and once it
Why don't
runs
you
out,
do it?
you will fall.
Why don't you do it?
So I think when the game came out, a lot of people were really upset because Raiden is like not— I mean, I keep telling him he's cool, but he's like he's not. Oh shit, actually, what? Oh, there we go, okay. But he's kind of just like a sulky teen, and he's really alarmed by everything, and I think it's really cute and funny how like uncool he is. But obviously a lot of people who are really invested in being Solid Snake and being super cool were just not into that. Wow, Raiden, you are so damn cool. Look at that backflip. So yeah, that's a big part of why a lot of people hated this game, I think. They just didn't want to be Raiden. They wanted to be Solid Snake. Which, you know, fair. Who doesn't want to be Solid Snake? goes the SEAL team.
What's going on? Alpha, respond!
Okay. God.
What are you?
No, Vamp, no.
5 today,
Oh,
or rather 6.
oh, Vamp. Oh my God, he wants to eat Raiden. No.
Get down! Where is he?
Strange smell. You smell like... Are you?
It has to be. Shoot him! What are you waiting for?
Vamp,
Yeah, Queen?
are you all done cleaning up?
Yes, but wait till I tell you what I found.
Something interesting?
I'll tell you in person. Where are you?
In the central unit with the president.
Be right there.
Hold on. I'm not an enemy. Calm down. My name is Pliskin. Iroquois Pliskin. Lieutenant Junior Grade.
Are you a Navy SEAL? How did you get in?
Fast rope descent from a Navy chopper.
Have I seen you before?
That suit. Are you Foxhound?
That's right.
Foxhound was disbanded. Huh? Where were you before Foxhound? Delta Force?
I was part of the Army's Force 21 trials.
Force 21? That's about tactical IT deployment, right? Any field experience?
No, not really.
So this is your first.
I've had extensive training, the kind that's indistinguishable from the real thing.
Like what?
Sneaking mission 60, weapons 80, advanced,
VR, huh?
but realistic in every way.
A virtual grunt of the digital age, that's just great.
That's far more effective than live exercises.
You don't get injured in VR, do you? Every year, a few soldiers die in field exercises.
There's pain sensation in VR and even a sense of reality and urgency. The only difference is it isn't actually happening.
That's the way they want you to think, to remove you from the fear that goes with battle situations. War is a video game. What better way to raise the ultimate soldier?
So you're saying that VR training is some kind of mind control?
Raiden, what's going on?
The Alpha team from Navy SEAL 10 is dead. No, a single survivor.
The kid's wired with nanomachines.
What about the president?
Looks like they took him somewhere else.
I see. You said there was a survivor from SEAL Team 10.
Yeah, Lieutenant J.G. Pliskin.
Has he seen your face?
What?
This is a top secret mission. No one can know that we're involved.
It's a little too late for that.
Raiden.
What's up?
Take a look.
What the hell?
A Navy captain.
You all right?
Give me a few minutes. Must have lost a few more pints than I thought.
How many pints do you have?
What was that man just now?
That blood-sucking freak. That was Vamp. He's Romanian, a wizard with knives, as you saw.
The way he moved didn't seem human.
You won't see that in VR, I guarantee.
What is he?
One of the members of Dead Cell.
Dead Cell? Him?
A special forces unit created by ex-President George Sears. The name was originally intended to reflect its anti-terrorist functions. The unit would launch unannounced assaults on government complexes for the ultimate terrorism simulation. They were needed to show VR troopers like you how to deal with the real thing. But around the time their original leader died in prison, the unit began to unravel. They were always close to the edge, but they became more and more extreme, began to go after US allies, even civilians. We estimate that no fewer than 100 people died as a result of accidents the Dead Cell arranged on their own. They were out of control, and it all came to a head 6 months ago.
What happened?
The unit was devastated. There are only 3 left now, and you just saw one of them.
Why would they go after the big shell?
How should I know? I told you they were on the lunatic fringe.
What about their leader? He says he's Solid Snake.
Snake died 2 years ago.
You mean the incident that made this big shell necessary in the first place?
Right, and he was the one that sank that tanker.
But he's a legend.
Legends are usually bad news. There's not a lot of difference between heroes and madmen.
You're saying Snake is still alive and pulled another one?
No, he's not involved in this one. His body was positively ID'd 2 years ago.
Snake is dead.
And buried.
What about the other soldiers? I saw Russian equipment too.
Former Soviet military. They're probably mercenaries. The big shell is too much ground for just Dead Cell members to hold down. You weren't briefed on any of this? And you came in alone to boot? Why? What are you really doing here? Can't tell me, huh? Fine with me.
I don't smoke.
Keep it anyway. May come in handy. Take this, too.
Come in, Alpha Zero. This is Bravo Zero, currently at the bridge between struts B and C. The President is... Damn, I can't hit this thing. It's like some bad dream. Alpha, anyone, come in, all Alpha. This is Bravo Zero.
Aren't you going to answer him?
BC connecting bridge.
We need to get there. Can you handle it?
I need a few more minutes. Remember my frequency. It's 141.80.
141.80. Got it.
I've been briefed on this plant's layout. If you need information on the place or about Dead Cell, contact me. You're using nano communication, right?
Yeah, but I can patch into your frequency.
Hey, what's your name?
Raiden.
Raiden? Strange code name.
Makes up for the boring one my parents gave me.
Maybe I'll find out someday.
Alright, Pliskin wants us to go to the BC bridge by ourselves, which we'll do in just a second after I pick up stuff and log into the node. I also want to call him. Oh shit, no!
Raiden, SEAL Team 10 has engaged someone on the BC connecting bridge. The President is most likely there as well. The BC connecting bridge is on the north side of Strut B. The President is in danger. Go now.
Okay. 141.80. Oh. Oh, he's sleeping.
He's asleep?
Aw. Taking a little nappy. You know what? Oh wait,
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
well, what if I do?
What are you thinking?
I just wanted to, you know, give you a little friendly
Damn, kid.
shot in the face. Yeah, go back to sleep. Wait, actually, oh wait, no, actually, wake up. I want to talk to you. Wake up. Wake up. Good morning. Oh, he's so confused. Okay. Ah!
How much longer is this guy gonna sleep?
Yeah, seriously. Wake up.
Wish I were that relaxed.
Me too.
He's still sleeping.
Liquid.
Huh? Wish I were that relaxed.
It's repeating now. Rose.
What's up, Jack?
Let's try Muscle.
Take it easy.
Really? Okay, then I will try something.
What's up, Jack?
Takes forever. Save. Sure, new data, whatever.
Talk to you soon, Jack.
Oh, I guess she just doesn't have anything to say to me right now. I can't believe it. Oh, so, when we were talking to Pliskin just there, we saw, like, the VR missions that Raiden was doing. Those are actual VR missions that you can do in Metal Gear Solid 1. I didn't show you any of them. Actually, I don't think I've ever played them myself. But anyway, he's done all the actual VR missions on Metal Gear Solid 1. Raiden has, that is. and he's real good at it.
What the hell is that?
Come, put me out of my misery.
This is impossible. Nothing will hit her.
Is she the one they call Fortune?
Queen.
Don't let them take the president!
Ready grenades!
A dud!
Today is another bad day. Is there anyone here that can give me happiness? I'm so sorry, my beauties. I'll see you again someday.
Colonel, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team was wiped out.
I see.
What happened to the cargo choppers?
Both of them are at the bottom of the harbor. Looks like your new hosts have a Harrier too.
A Harrier? What is this?
Calm down. It just means they anticipated the attack.
What?
Besides, since the SEALs drew their fire, your infiltration went off without a hitch. On top of that, we know their defensive capabilities.
Are you saying this was all a feint?
Raiden, get a hold of yourself. The entire mission is in your hands now. Do you understand?
But...
There's no time for questions. They could decide to retaliate for that failed assault.
You mean the hostages?
They could be in danger, yes. But we need to consider the possibility that they'll blow the whole shell. If that toxic spell does take place, it'll devastate not only the harbor, but poison the coastline for generations. Raiden, we've had to adjust the mission objectives. The priority is now on removing those C4s that the terrorists wired over the big shell. The President can wait, but this can't.
Colonel, you know I'm no bomb disposal expert.
That's not a problem. The Bravo team brought an explosives pro in with them. He was supposed to stand by on Strut C according to their mission plan. You should find him there.
Is this according to Simulation 2?
What are you talking about? Get to Strut C and find him.
Understood. But I need to ask you something before I go.
Make it quick.
Who are they? Dead Cell, I mean. They couldn't hit her no matter how hard they tried. And that vampire, too, it's like being in a nightmare you can't wake up from.
Jack, snap out of it.
And you, Rose, I can't believe you're on this mission. I keep thinking I'll wake up.
Raiden, this is real. And that's why you won't wake up.
But nothing seems real.
I've made up my mind to stay with you. Whether this is real or a bad dream, I'll keep watching you till it's over.
Thank you, Rose. And I won't let you be just a dream.
Are you two done? Raiden, you're needed on Strut C.
Raiden has a hard time dealing with it not being a video game.
It's possible the terrorists will attempt to destroy the big shell in retaliation for the SEAL strike.
No
Defuse
doubt.
the bombs before they make that move.
Whatever.
Go to Strut C and locate
Definitely
the bomb
not.
disposal expert. Take the BC
Exactly.
connecting bridge on the north side of Strut
Definitely
B
not.
to get to C.
Okay. Wait. I'm called Pliskin. You still sleeping?
He's asleep?
Damn. Sleepy.
What can I do for you, Jack? Take it easy.
Alright, let's call Rose later. I have a feeling she just has nothing to say right now. So this is the BC connecting bridge, and that's where Fortune was when they were shooting at her and nothing landed. Fortune is, well, I guess Pliskin will tell us when he wakes up, so I'll just hold off on saying anything. I think there's like some conversations if you come in here. Colonel?
It's possible the
Oh no, I've already had that conversation. Oh really? You got nothing to say to me here? You got nothing to say to me? Colonel, really? Really?
I can't believe you, Jack. Do you know what that place is?
I just thought maybe the bomb disposal instructor might be in there.
Why would he be in there?
Well, you never know. He's AWOL and...
Even AWOL, a normal guy wouldn't go into a woman's bathroom. You're the only one I know who would.
Rose, you're so
You're like
judgmental.
really strange.
Rosemary, settle down.
But
It's all right. Right, Rosemary is right. You should probably
Yeah, but
look someplace else.
what if he's in a
I can really
toilet?
sympathize with you there, though.
what, sir?
Nothing.
Oh, God.
Raiden, that's that. Return to your duties.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are unbelievable.
I mean, what if he's in a toilet stall? You never know. You never know. He could be in here. Maybe. You never know. He could be hiding anywhere. There's like a pee joke here. Do you guys want to see it? Should I just do it? Pee joke? Wait a second. Wait a second. Give me that. Pee joke. Pee joke.
It's possible
Oh
that...
no, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah. Oh?
It's possible that...
No. Really? Really? Is it really worth my doing this like 8,000 times? Forget it. There's a P joke there, but I don't know how to activate it. I've done it before, but it's not working right now, so whatever. some fun for you to discover if you ever play this game yourself.
Freeze!
Don't shoot.
You a cop?
I'm not NYPD. I came in with the Bravo team. Who are you with? And what happened to SEAL Team 10?
They're all dead.
All of them? That's bad.
Did I tell you you could move?
It's all right. He's not one of the bad guys. Don't go pointing that thing everywhere, kid. What's your name?
My name is Peter. Peter Stillman.
Lecturer at Navscolio at Indian Head. Also a consultant for the NYPD bomb squad.
A poor old man who got dragged along for this picnic.
I thought you'd retired.
I did. Can't keep up with everybody, as you can see. A famous church got wiped off the map thanks to me, with too many lives inside. All I lost was this leg.
So you're the bomb disposal guy.
Kid, this is the bomb disposal guy. Open any explosives disposal textbook and you'll see his name.
Just ancient history now.
Why did they bring you out of retirement then?
Because the terrorist group here includes one of my students, the Emperor of Explosives, Fat Man. He built an atomic bomb when he was only 10. I created him in a sense.
And that's why you're here.
I'm pretty rusty. I was supposed to supervise the bomb disposal. Looks like it was taken care of before I had my turn.
I wouldn't say that. There are at least 2 people here who can claim to be experts at bomb disposal.
Are you two with SEAL Team 10? I didn't see you at the mission briefing.
Oh, we're with another squad. My name is Pliskin, Lieutenant Junior Grade. Honored to meet you, sir.
Mr. Pliskin, do you have any experience with explosives disposal?
Don't worry about me. And he looks young, but he can do it. But we need more manpower.
I'm,
What's your name?
Raiden.
That's an odd name.
Any other survivors?
There was also an engineer with me.
An engineer?
A skinny guy. He went in with us.
Where is he?
I haven't seen him since that skirmish.
Was he killed?
I don't think so. I didn't find his body.
I see.
They told me he was a security systems architect for the big shell.
Why would they take a civilian along?
Everything in this structure is computer controlled. He was supposed to get us past all the security measures.
I never heard anything about that.
He had official orders with him.
We'll leave that for later. Right now, we need to figure out how to deal with all the bombs.
But there's no one left from the SEAL's EOD squad.
Yup, so we have to do it ourselves.
But I've never defused a bomb before. Hold on a sec.
Off to confer with the CO again?
Glad to hear Stillman is safe. Assist him in any way possible to clear the C4 from the structure.
Colonel, you know I've never been trained in bomb disposal.
It's all right. The man you're working with is the best in the field. All you have to do is follow his directions. You will, of course, keep your identity and mission objectives to yourself.
Is it true that an engineer came in with Stillman?
I wasn't informed of that. It's probably something the SEALs decided on their own. There are more important issues at hand, Raiden. The enemy may retaliate for the failed assault. Get those C4s neutralized now.
Colonel, I'm not qualified for bomb disposal.
Jack, it's me.
Rose?
You can do this. Trust me.
You haven't had bomb disposal training per se in VR, but you're more than capable of handling C4.
This is a little different from using C4.
You're up for this. You know that.
How about it, kid? Are the results in yet?
There's no need to think about this so much. You won't actually be dismantling the bomb. That's not for amateurs. What we'll try here instead is a temporary freezing measure. Here, look at this. This is a C4 bomb. It's live. You can see it pulsing. Now you spray this on the sucker and there we go. Simple, huh? The spray freezes the detonator instantly.
How long does the effect last?
There's no way the thing can detonate in this condition. Even if you leave it alone, it'll stay out of commission for at least 24 hours.
That's enough time.
If we had the manpower, I'd recommend complete disposal. But this will have to do. The spray can be used from several yards away. Now check the floor, ceiling, walls, under a table, everywhere. Try to imagine the locations the bomber would choose.
That won't be easy. We don't know a thing about Fat Man.
Is there anything that'll help us locate the bombs?
Here, take this with you. It's what they call an ion mobility spectrometer. It can recognize ionized gas emitted by C4s.
The what?
In other words, that little gadget sniffs out C4's scent.
That's right. I've established a link-up with your radar network, so any scent detected will be represented visually. Have the sensor activated and keep your eye on the radar.
What if he's using some other odorless substance?
I know Fat Man well. I know how into his own aesthetics he is.
Signatures?
Yes, on every bomb he builds, he always leaves a trace of the cologne he uses. The sensor also picks up that particular scent spectrum.
Is that something he learned from you?
No, it was his own quirk. He wouldn't work by any rules except his own, and he followed them like a religion. And common sense wasn't one of his strong points. I thought I taught him everything I knew. I have no children of my own, and I thought I found a son in him. He had the right stuff, you know. There's something very unusual about an ability like that. Even at Indian Head, he got special treatment. I remember some people called him one of the fat cats. Maybe that's what started all this. I didn't teach him the most important thing I had to tell him. There are some things you have to pass on. The trick is to know which one. Right. All I taught him was skills. And now I have to stop him from using it to destroy us all.
Let's see how well that sensor works.
All right. I'm activating them. Watch. You see the green stuff on the radar? That's a visual representation of the C4 scent detected by the sensor.
It's a pretty big area, isn't it?
Don't complain. It's better than nothing.
Just activate the sensors and search the area, okay?
All right.
Don't forget that you need the radar to use this system. Log into the node at every strut and turn the radar on.
We have to keep out of the enemy's sight, too.
Because the radar gets knocked offline when we're spotted?
Exactly. Fat Man would have allotted some C4s here in Strut C as well.
Here?
I know the structure of this facility, and if he wants to take out the plant, where he would target.
You know this for sure?
Of course. I taught him the techniques he uses. His ideas are based on my theories. Demolition is a kind of ideology. It makes no exceptions for time or place. Big Shell consists of 2 hexagons joined end on end, north to south. There should be packets of C4s on each of the vertices, or the struts in this case. You need at least that to take a building of this integrity out.
6 on Shell 1, another 6 on Shell 2. A total of 12 bombs at least.
Considering the shell's architecture and composition from an engineering standpoint, that's my conclusion, and it's exactly what he would have decided as well.
Kid, this place is all yours. I'll take care of Shell 2.
Take this.
What's this?
Security card, issued to Shell personnel. The Big Shell security layout includes varying levels of clearance. The clearance level is identified by the number printed on these doors. Writing, Your card key can open doors with security clearance level 1. Pliskin, your card can get you into level 3 areas. You'll need it to get next door to Shell 2.
How did you get this?
That engineer I told you about gave it to me. He was supposed to program a set of all access cards once we were on site. Unfortunately, this card won't get you into every area of this structure.
We'll have to deal with the remaining security lockouts as they come up. Let's get going. You stay here.
No, I'm going.
The two of us can handle it, don't worry.
But...
You'll just slow us down with that leg of yours. There's a war going on here. I don't have time to babysit anymore.
Why don't you just let us handle the grunt work? You can tell us what to do over the radio, like in the original mission plan.
All right. I'll give you instructions from here. I may also need to prepare a backup plan just in case.
In case of what?
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
Who dares, wins.
If anything comes up, let me know. My frequency is 140.25.
Good luck, kid. I'll see you later. Semper Fi.
That man's no SEAL. I don't even think he's a Navy man.
What?
Semper Fi. Marine Corps talk. Normally, team leaders stay in the CP and give orders with those headphones. And as far as I know, SEALs keep their officers away from the field. And Who Dares Wins is a model of the British Special Air Service.
Is he one of the terrorists, then?
No, somehow I don't think so. If there's someone to suspect, I'd put my money on you. Just take care of those bombs for now.
What about you? They could be back in this area soon.
I'll hide out in this pantry for a while. If I lock the door, it should be all right. Plenty of food in here too, so you don't need to worry about me. I'll give you instructions by codec from here. Good luck, kid. Bomb disposal is a face-off with your own mortality. Don't let the fear get to you. When you give in to the fear, the darkness comes.
Superfly, what a dumbass. I didn't mention before, but I guess it's okay to just tell you, since I think it's like intended to be a thing that you might know. But Iroquois Pliskin is okay. So Solid Snake is based off of the main character from Escape from New York, whose name is Snake Plissken. I'll just leave it there, I guess. He's also voiced by David Hayter. I hit this nerd. Stillman said he was 140.21, I think. Oh god, which one was it? Was it 21? Or 25? Oh shit, what was his fucking... No, what was his... I forgot.
Right. There's still C4 in the strut where you are.
Where?
All right, let me give you a hint. Look for a place that guys have never entered up to this point. A special place that guys have wanted to enter but simply couldn't. A place that you couldn't enter if the situation wasn't as such. Oh, looks like you were in there already. My.
How do you know that? In any case, gonna call Mr. Pliskin.
I see the old man set you up with a Sensor A unit.
Yep.
Aside from C4, explosives continually release their own specific particles. Based on ion mobility spectrometry technology, Sensor A is capable of detecting
Yeah.
particle clusters. Simply put, the detector can sniff out C4. The detected C4 appears on radar as a cloud-like shape. The cloud indicates the rough location of the explosive. This sensor looks like it's been specially tuned. It's been specially modified to sniff out the signature odor of
my God, I just
C4,
can't
combined with Fat Man's special perfume that he uses to identify his work. That's why it won't respond to any of the C4 that we've set up.
Oh god, I can never tell if it's gonna be like an important conversation or not. Call you again. I want you to tell me about Dead Cell.
Tell me a little more
Yes.
about Dead Cell.
Dead Cell was a shadow unit within the SEALs organization.
Right. They handled surprise raids on vital government facilities, didn't they?
Yes. They were originally put together to check the nation's military security system. The unit was the brainchild of ex-President George Sears. Dead Cell was a secret unit positioned at the opposite end of anti-terrorist outfits such as Delta Force and SEALs.
Were they always a...
Group of madmen?
Yeah.
No. They got weird when Colonel Jackson, Fortune's husband, was sent to jail.
Sent to jail? For what?
Corruption. He misappropriated government funds.
Sounds like he deserved it.
That's what everybody else thought, except for the members of Dead Cell. They felt the colonel was falsely accused. Fact is, they took the case to the powers that be, but they never managed to reopen the case.
Was there any truth to their claim?
Who knows? Whatever the situation is, Dead Cell's name was tainted.
And Colonel Jackson?
He was being held at Leavenworth.
Was? Meaning he's been released?
Well, in a manner of speaking, the colonel's dead.
Oh.
Apparently, he lost the will to live and died in prison. The members of Dead Cell snapped with the loss of their leader. They underwent a radical change and became uncontrollable.
And that's why they undertook this terrorist operation.
Seems as good a reason as any. Vamp is a member of Dead Cell. Born in Romania, his specialty is knives. But I guess you know that by now. When he was just a kid, he lost his family to a terrorist bomb that went off in a church they were attending. His body pierced by a crucifix, Vamp was buried under the rubble for 2 days before he was finally rescued. During those 2 days, he survived by feeding on the blood of his family to quench his thirst. That was how he acquired a taste for blood.
So that's why they call him Vamp.
No, Vamp isn't for vampire, it's because he's bisexual. Rumor has it, Vamp was the lover of Scott Dolph, the Marine Commandant who accidentally died 2 years ago. Scott Dolph was also the father of Fortune, the Dead Cell leader.
Fortune's old man? But Fortune and Vamp?
You noticed, eh? Not bad for a rookie.
All right.
As you say, Vamp and Fortune are very close. Not lovers, but very close.
Friends?
No, there's more to their relationship than that.
But Vamp was her father's lover.
Would it have been better if it was with her mother?
Well,
I don't really think they care what you think. Focus on the mission.
by the way, have you ever met the guy before?
No.
But he seemed to know you.
Right. Well, No, it can't be.
What?
Nothing. I told you the Dead Cell is a group of madmen. I wouldn't take anything they say very seriously.
Don't worry about it, Raiden. They're just crazy. Vamp doesn't stand for vampire. It stands for bisexual. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Thanks for that. That was really helpful.
What do you know about that strange woman?
You mean Fortune? She's the Dead Cell leader. Her real name is Helena Dolph Jackson, known to her friends as Lady Luck.
Lady Luck?
Yeah, she got the name because bullets seemed to veer away from her in battle.
Oh.
People have heard her say that her fortune in battle was payback for the lousy luck she's had in life.
Lousy luck?
The death of her father, the Marine commander, the conviction of husband and Dead Cell leader Colonel Jackson. These events were followed by her mother's suicide, the loss of a husband, and the idea of a convict in the family apparently took her over the edge. Fortune was 3 months pregnant at the time, and the shock of her mother's death led to the loss of her child. Add to this her husband's death in prison a few months later, and to sum it up, in the 6 months after her father's death, she lost her family and everything that mattered in her life.
Jeez, she's had it rough.
Yeah. The thing is, she didn't grieve long. Instead, she joined the military.
Now why is that?
Do I look psychic? My best guess is revenge. I heard that she firmly believed that her husband was framed. Anyway, by the time she came out of basic training, she'd proven many times over that she was gifted with an unusual streak of luck. In fact, some say she sold her soul for it.
Her soul?
Her uncanny luck earned her a reputation that led to her appointment as the head of her husband's unit, Dead Cell.
Kojima definitely likes to tell the same sort of stories over and over again. Shoot, what was I gonna say? I feel like I had something else to say, I forgot.
Fat Man. Supposedly, he's nicknamed after an atomic bomb, but to me, he's just a fat man. Something straight out of a sideshow. If he even has a bit of spare time, he spends it disassembling and assembling his Glock over and over again. He can't stand to have his hands still. He's extremely vain about his hands, keeps his fingers as slender and soft as a woman's. They say he's always looking at his hands, giving himself manicures.
He's always giving himself manicures, constantly.
Pliskin, what do you know about Stillman?
He's a bomb disposal expert, probably the best in the world.
What else?
What do you mean?
Like why he retired?
Are you here to gossip?
No.
Then get back to work defusing those C4s. If there's something you need to know about Stillman, go ask him yourself.
That might be the end of his information for us.
Pliskin, SEAL Team 10's Bravo team's been wiped out.
Is that right?
Is that all you have to say? I thought they were your comrades.
Yeah, too bad.
Too bad? Did you know they were used as a decoy to support my infiltration?
No, but it doesn't surprise me.
Man, you are cold. They were your friends.
What do you want me to say? That you killed them? Or do you want me to say it wasn't your fault?
Oh, I just...
Listen, kid, I don't have time to wet nurse you, or provide you with a shoulder to cry on. You got a problem with your conscience, you take care of it. Don't bother me.
Damn, I'm like 2 years old, and I've never been in the field before.
Pliskin, you seemed pretty focused on the Navy captain. Something catch your eye?
Yeah. Remember the handcuffs were cut? There was something on the other end of that.
Do you know what it was?
Well, no. Forget it.
What do you mean, forget it?
Just what I said. Forget it. Talk to you later, kid.
Ugh, no one tells me anything.
Hey, Pliskin, were you really a SEAL?
That's what I told you.
But
what?
Nothing.
Listen, kid, you're on a mission. Thinking about anything else can get you killed. Shoot a fire
Okay. Oh. Stillman.
There are still bombs.
Okay, yeah. So I guess Stillman's not gonna tell us about himself. He doesn't want to.
There are still...
Yeah. Just checking with the Colonel real quick, and then I'm gonna save with Rose and maybe call it a session.
Raiden, Stillman is a top-notch explosive...
Oh, shit. Okay, I guess I'll read it. So it's Rose. Gotcha, I'll look him up. Hold on a moment. Oh, okay. Oh, phew. I didn't skip too much. Wait, I'm gonna call the Colonel again and see if Rose has anything for me.
Colonel, do you really think they'll blow up the big shell?
It's highly possible. We'll have to listen to their demands in full. They are pros. They won't hesitate to take the upper hand if they see an opening.
Do you plan on meeting their demands?
Absolutely not. You're the only person I can depend on. You must remove the explosives quickly. If the big shell explodes, massive quantities of chlorinated chemicals used in killing marine bacteria will go up in flames along with the crude oil. If that happens, expect a large amount of harmful chemical substances, including dioxins, to be released into the atmosphere. Dioxins are common nomenclature for polychlorinated dibenzodioxin and polychlorinated dibenzofuran. They are organic chloride compounds that are highly acute and toxic, and are powerful chemicals that can cause cancer, genetic disorders, and birth defects. On top of that, they do not decompose easily, nor dissolve in water, making it easy for them to accumulate within the bodies of living organisms. The environmental impact on the bay and coastal area ecosystem would be unfathomable. Environmental restoration would likely require several generations. That is why we cannot allow them to blow up the big shell. Raiden, you must disarm the C4. Make doubly sure you stay out.
Okay, Rose.
Jack, do you need to save?
Yeah.
Jack, when you get home, let's have a homecoming party. Just the two of us.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'll make dinner. Oh, what's wrong?
Well, that sounds good, but how about we eat out at that one restaurant instead? You know, the place that we went to recently with the amazing lobster. I really like that place.
Well, yeah, I guess that's okay too. Huh?
Nothing. I just love lobster. Yeah, can't wait. Woohoo!
Well, then I'll make a reservation. Promise me you'll come back safely.
Don't worry.
Woohoo!
Jack, is that you?
Yeah, who else would it
Talk
be?
to you soon, Jack.
Wait, so she's not gonna talk to me unless... I can't tell. I'm gonna spend most of this game calling Rose.
What's up, Jack?
Okay, I'll save just in case there's a conversation. Please, Rose, I asked you to look stuff up for me. Just look it up for me. Hurry, look it up.
Hang in there.
Okay, I guess she's got no information for me. Maybe later after I've disabled a few things. So yeah, I'm gonna just end this video here. It's about 90 minutes, which is plenty long, I think. So yeah, next time we'll disable the bombs. Thanks for watching as always.